Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is going on? Welcome back to 1-0. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these sit-down talk videos, but it's been crazy times. I had no voice about 2 weeks ago. 1-0 FC, 1-0 just in whole. We've got something very, very special brewing for you guys. So please, if you do want to stay up to date with everything, make sure to like and subscribe. It all actually does help the channel. YouTube is it's an interesting place, so please share it when you can. Do all that business. If you do want to follow the 1-0 once again to stay up with all the news, follow _1-0. It's all good vibes. But we've got the more important stuff underway because the Euros are here, semi-final time. I can't wait. The boys are keen, the girls are keen, the mums are keen, the dads are keen, the neighbors are keen. I can hear them screaming. Okay, everyone is keen. We'll start off with obviously the first game of the semi-final: Italy versus Spain. The blue versus the red. Okay, the Azzurri versus the Espanyol. Okay, it's awesome. The paella versus the pizza. What more do you want? Okay, I love it. What do I prefer? Pizza. I love pizza, but I also love paella. Okay, Italy girls or Spain? I don't know. Everyone, both of them are beautiful. Both of them are beautiful. Okay, but we'll get to the football because that's the most beautiful thing we have here. Okay, um, obviously Italy, dubbed one of the dark horses of the tournament before coming in to the Euros. I think the delay of the tournament maybe helped them. I think if this tournament happens last year, Italy maybe doesn't make as much of a push. But at the end of the day, this is maybe a blessing in disguise for them because the likes of Barella have been able to have had a good season with Inter Milan. You look at Spinazzola, who's been one of the best players for Italy. Unfortunately for him, is injured, which is a huge loss, which we will touch on later. But this Italian team, it's all just working for them. You know, Bonucci and Chiellini, they've realised that maybe this could be one of the last tournaments, or maybe they're definitely almost their last Euros. Obviously, the World Cup is coming up soon, so you'd expect them, especially after the poor performances they've been putting on this tournament, you'd expect them to play that. But that bit of family, that bit of unity in this Italian team has been very, very evident from the very beginning. I think the biggest thing for Italy versus Spain is Italy's tight defense, the defensive core, the midfield unit of Jorginho, Barella, and Verratti. Solid. You know, you can chuck in a Locatelli if you want to later on in the game, who's been an absolute perfection of a midfielder this tournament. Become one of my favorite players. Locatelli, very, 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 very high praise for that youngster. But you look at Spain on the other hand, and I'm trying not to discredit Spain too much. I've got the red lights on, okay? So, Spain, I still just don't think they're just not that good. They're just not. Give credit where where it's due. They made the semi-finals, obviously a major, major achievement. You look at France and all those teams; they couldn't do it. So Spain, massive credit where it's due. Pedri, the young Barcelona midfielder, fantastic, unbelievable player. You know, working that midfield, 17, 18 years old, unbelievable. It's crazy scenes. You know, tournament where his name has really shone out. He has a good season next year for Barcelona. Once again, and even if he progresses well in the Champions League, Pedro becomes, I think, a very, very, very highly praised young midfielder. Even just the midfield in general, it doesn't matter his age. But we get back to the game, and it's Spain's attacking prowess, I think, is what's going to let them down. It's obviously not a hidden fact that Morata hasn't been great. He's getting chances. The chances aren't paying off. You know, they've tested out Gerard Mourinho. They've tried it. It's been okay. Okay, I know they did score 5 goals against Croatia. You know, obviously 3-1. They went 3-1 up, went back to 3-all. Then they ended up winning 5-3. But that's against a Croatia team who defensively haven't been that great. Okay. You look at this Italian team, they've conceded 1 goal. They've got Donnarumma in goal, who's been unbelievable. This Donnarumma is, I think you could go out and say, probably best goalkeeper in the world right now. You know, I wouldn't expect many people to argue that. Maybe if he's not the best, maybe 100% top 3. 100%. You know, most likely you go to PSG, which is a scary sight for the Champions League tournament, but we can move on for that. That's a discussion for a later day. So you look at this Italian team in the defensive unit. As I mentioned, Spinazzola is a huge loss. Massive loss for Italy, that left back position. Now, I think Italy get past this quite comfortably. But I want to suggest something to you guys. I want to put something out towards you guys, okay? You look at Ferran Torres, who's been very good for Spain. He's obviously won the league with Man City. You look at him playing on the right wing. You look at, most likely it's going to be Emerson coming in for Spinazzola. That battle there, I only see one person winning it. that 1v1 battle, I think Ferran Torres has it in his sleep. Not to discredit Emerson too much because I think is an okay player, but Spinazzola really made a name for himself this tournament, and for him to go down was obviously shocking. I want to see. I hope he's all good. But Ferran Torres, I think if Spain were to get a result, I think it would be an upset. I think it definitely would be an upset if Spain were to win and progress through to the final. But if Ferran Torres is on, I think Spain is on. If Spain were to advance through, Ferran Torres is the key man, and he'll get man of the match. Okay, he's the key player if Spain were to win. However, you look at that whole defensive unit, as I mentioned before, from Italy, and it's just too difficult for, I think, Spain to break down, which is why I'm going to go for, I don't see many goals. I'm going to go for like a 1-0 or even a 2-0 Italy win. I wouldn't be surprised if it does go to extra time, but I think Italy should be quite comfortable with it. Now we progress on to whether, is it coming home? Is football coming home, ladies and gentlemen? England versus Denmark. England versus Denmark. How many people can I get annoyed? How many people do you think I can get annoyed, Mum? A lot? You reckon I can annoy a lot of people? Okay. I don't think I will, because I think England should win this game. You look at the just like for like players, England outclass them. However, Denmark, Dolberg has been tremendous this tournament. Denmark have got a squad. They've got a team. They've got a team that plays like a team. England, yes, they've surprised quite a few. They've been able, last week they were almost able to rest some players. Mount came in, Sancho started, which I'd play Sancho anyway, but that's a different story. Obviously, a 4-0 cruising for England in the quarterfinals against Ukraine, which they win every day of the week. But Denmark, I feel like it's a different game. This Denmark, obviously, Denmark is good. Denmark are very good. I know some of my mates said that Denmark will be the dark horses. I didn't really give them that much credit heading in. I think the whole Eriksen situation, which we all know about, I think has played a massive part in giving them that bit of hunger. And there's countries like this where they might have the massive media following, etc. Stuff like this, the unity, they all come together, and I think that could be enough to knock England off. The fact that England are clear favourites, I think, plays against them. The fact that England almost would have kind of rather to play Italy in the semi-finals, because they might not have been expecting to win as much, which I think which could play into advantage for them. But now people are already saying, once they beat Ukraine, it's come. We're gonna win. We're gonna make the final. I will not look past Denmark. Tomorrow, I'm going to be uploading what England must avoid when playing Denmark. Okay, a bit of a depth analysis into Denmark's team, how they play. But England, if they don't switch on, and if they let their egos get in front of them, could very well easily lose the game. And all of England is going to go stupid. They're going to go crazy, brother. They are going to go berserk. However, I think Harry Kane is hitting form at the perfect time. And it's a scary thought when, your best player hasn't really been that good and you're in the semi-finals. So I think Harry Kane's hitting form at a perfect time for England. I think bringing Sancho on, getting him minutes last week. I think giving Bukayo Saka the rest. I think Saka should start. And credit to Bukayo Saka. I tell you what, not many people had him even coming off the bench in the predictions. But Bukayo Saka's done really well. Sancho, I think now you've got minutes into him. You've got a bit more confidence instilled into Sancho. He can come on as well. I think it's important for them to be defensively to be tight. Obviously, haven't conceded a goal yet, which is huge. Jordan Pickford's been very solid. Maguire and Stones as well. Roberto Carlos in their left back. I think this game goes to extra time. I think it goes into extra time being 1-1. I think England score first. I think Denmark score in the last 10 minutes of the game. Goes into extra time. England score a goal in the second half of extra time. And I think they win 2-1. So, call me stupid, call me a weirdo, but I think England versus Italy final is what we are destined to have, which means make sure to subscribe, because next week I can have in a couple of days I can have a grand final prediction video, and it's all going to be vibes, isn't it? But yeah, I think England is not an easy game. Not an easy game. If I'm Italy, if it was me, if I'm England, I'd rather play Spain than Denmark. because I think Spain aren't going to be as challenging mentally, both tactically and physically, than what a Denmark team might be. Because this Denmark team is on a mission. They pass England, they think they're on. And honestly, I think Denmark are looking at England and saying we can beat them. Schmeichel's in goal. He knows that. He's obviously playing for Leicester. He knows what this whole England environment is like. He goes, screw it, why not, mate? We can do it. The England arrogance, I think, is the only way that England lose this game. Their ego is if England do lose, I put it down to their ego. We're already at the final. We're already at Wembley. All that sort of stuff. Focus on Denmark. Focus on the way they do move the ball, the tightness in defense. Dolberg has been incredible as well in that attacking movements, and they shouldn't have any worries and sets up a beautiful grand final. But I wouldn't put Denmark off either. So I'm going to go Italy to get a 1-0 win over Spain. England to get a 2-1 win over Denmark. Sets up an Italy versus England final. And it's good vibes, it's good energy. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for watching. I'm Costa. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Okay, like I said, please like and subscribe. I might be having a vlog out tomorrow, so tune in for that. Other than that, it's all vibes. Drop in your match predictions down below. I'll see you tomorrow. We're grinding out the content, mate. We'd love to see it. Adios, amigos.